I can't believe it's taken me 4 years to think of this best team idea. The best team to Nuzlocke a said Pokemon game. The idea behind trying to create a said best team for a Nuzlocke is certainly difficult to an extent. There are a few factors that go in the Nuzlockes, such as Pokemon dying and encounter rates. Both of those can change a Nuzlocke drastically, and can alter the Pokemon you get. However, what we can do is predict and use the most common best Pokemon to our advantage. No Pokemon is guaranteed, but if the Pokemon has a high enough encounter rate, it can more than likely be found. On the off chance though, say you don't get these high encounter rate mons, there will also be secondary or third options that we will be providing. But because we are playing FireRed and LeafGreen, I feel that there's going to be plenty of Pokemon available, especially with all the gifted Pokemon we can get. These Pokemon will definitely be very useful for our Pokemon challenges. And yes, I said Pokemon challenges because he is joining us here today. A few more things before we start. No egg moves, post-game tutor moves, etc. You can play the Nuzlocke in any way you want, dupes clause or no dupes clause. You can get static encounters, items in battle, I don't care. The Nuzlocke rules you can Google, because if you don't know what a Nuzlocke is in 2021, you live under a rock. This team will be consisting of Pokemon that are very easy to get, but are also very powerful. Basically what this means is that we can control the Pokemon we get more or less for the best possible Nuzlocke team. This team will also be effective against the majority of the important battles in-game as well, such as the Rival, Gym Leaders, Champion, Elite Four members, Evil Team, etc. So if a favorite Pokemon of yours doesn't make it on the team, I'm sorry, it's too rare. Other than that though, I think I've pretty much covered everything, so I hope you guys enjoy this amazing Nuzlocke adventure. Starting off this Nuzlocke run of Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, we have Charizard. Now some of you may be scratching your heads and wondering, Charizard isn't the best starter of FireRed and LeafGreen, Mystic. You said it was Venusaur. Well, Nuzlockes are a tad different. See, the reason why we choose Charizard is simply due to the fact of its other typing. Charizard will have access to fly you around, and it'll be a great Pokemon to have on the team. Usually we would have to capture a flyer, but with Charizard, we already have that. If Charizard dies in your Nuzlocke, Dodrio and Fearow are great secondary options just in case. Overall though, Charizard is a solid Pokemon with all around decent stats, a good stab learn set, and the fly axis makes it very useful.
So Charizard's moveset is pretty great. You get decent fire type attacks leveling up. You get Metal Claw for Brock. That's pretty important for the first gym. Charmeleon gets Flamethrower at level 34, so you get your base 95 move before the final evolution. You get Fly, which you get in the Hidden House on the route west of Celadon, so you got both your HM move and your flank type attack. You got Brick Break on the SS&, to give Charizard some coverage for rock types, just in case, you know. Also gives you some coverage for normal types and stuff like that. And then the last move is really up to you and what you need at any specific point in time.
Our next guaranteed Pokemon is Magikarp. Magikarp can be bought from a scam artist in the Pokemon Center next to Mount Moon. Now, I am aware that Magikarp is a hard Pokemon to level up when you first get it. And in Generation 3, Gyarados really isn't seen as all that great because of no physical special split. But the fact of the matter is, Gyarados can be obtained very, very early. Once it hits level 20, you already have a fully evolved water Pokemon, and it's halfway decent. In my opinion, it's definitely not the best water Pokemon to use in FireRed and LeafGreen. However, in a Nuzlocke case, it's not always about the best you can get. It's the best you can get at the time. Remember, Gyarados is a guaranteed mon. Another guaranteed mon you can use is obviously Lapras. But with Lapras, you have to wait until Silphco, which is accessible mid to late game. Lapras is the best to use in my opinion, but due to how early you get Magikarp and how leveled up Gyarados would be by then, I feel like getting Lapras would be a waste of time.
Gyarados moveset is pretty straightforward too. You get your first damaging move at level 20, which is Bite, which is completely fine for Misty. Your first water stab move is going to be Water Pulse, which you get from beating Misty. You get Surf later on in the Secret House in the Safari Zone. You can get Ice Beam for coverage in the Celadon Game Corner. Just grind up some money with the Versus Seeker. Return is probably your best physical move with Gyarados. Just make sure that you're max friendship for that. You get it on the second floor of the house right below Lavender Town. As the last move, you can run whatever you want. Fire Blast isn't a bad choice for some coverage. You could also run Rock Smash, that has pretty good synergy with Bite, but it's really up to you. And then for Lapras, you could just run Surf or Ice Beam. You can run whatever other moves you want. Surf, Ice Beam pretty much gives you great coverage anyway.
The third slot on our team is actually going to be shared by two Pokemon. The Nidos and Dugtrio are the best ground type options you can get in FireRed and LeafGreen. Starting off with our earliest options, we have Nidoran male and female. FireRed has a higher chance of Nidoran male appearing, and LeafGreen has that same ratio except with Nidoran female. Both of these mons have a decent chance of appearing over on Route 3, and if you're able to capture them, your team will have a lot of power early on and for the rest of the game. I've demonstrated this many of times, due to how much they've made appearances over the years on my best teams. You guys know the Nido's power. There could be a chance though that you may miss out on the Nidos, and if you do, don't fret. Diglett is practically guaranteed in Diglett's Cave. Even if you run into Dugtrio, it shouldn't be truly threatening if you have Gyarados out. Just make sure you bring plenty of balls. Diglett has a 255 catch rate, so you should be fine. Now, Dugtrio is a very fast Pokemon, and I am super glad that it's the ground option in this game. This Trifection Mole comes with 100 base attack and 120 base speed, with Magnitude and Dig already built in by the time you catch it. Magnitude and Dig can pretty much get you through the game until Earthquake. I'll let PC talk about the moves though, because I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself.
Your Nidos can be evolved into Nidoking or Nidoqueen right away, as soon as the player gets the Moonstone at Mount Moon. It's pretty broken for that point in the game. The stats are pretty off the charts for being this early. You can get Thrash on Nidoking at level 22, which is a pretty powerful move. Nidoqueen gets Body Slam at 22, which is great too. You get lots of coverage to pick from Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, just such huge move pool. When it comes to Dugtrio, Dig is your best option early, Magnitude is pretty good too. Dig gives you a little bit more consistency, Magnitude is a little bit more high rolly. Dugtrio then gets Earthquake at level 51, that's going to be your premier move. It's around the same time that you usually get your Earthquake TM anyway, so you can usually use your Earthquake TM on something else too. Rock Slide is really good coverage together with Earthquake. The classic ground rock combo is pretty much resisted by almost nothing in this game. In fact, the only Pokemon that resist that combo in Gen 3 are like Claydol, Breloom, Flagon, which are all not in this game. You can get it from the Rock Slide tutor in Rock Tunnel. Airlace gives you some good coverage too. Just in case you need it, the TM can be gotten on Route 9.
I think it's time we got charged up. And in doing so, we've decided that Jolteon would be the next member of this team. Jolteon is a guaranteed encounter, being that you can find Eevee on the last floor of the Celadon Mansion. Once you get the Eevee from there, just get a Thunderstone from the Celadon department store and you're good to go. Plus, Jolteon will automatically be level 25. The evolution option in this game as a guaranteed encounter is super useful for a Nuzlocke. I don't know how many times I've had my evolution get me out of some really tough jams. If for whatever reason your Jolteon dies, then the next best option for you would be Magneton. Magnemite has a really high encounter rate in the power plant, along with a plethora of other amazing electric types to pick from too. And yes, I will mention Zapdos, if you are playing with static encounters. Any Pokemon in the power plant is a decent replacement to Jolteon. Heck, you may even be lucky and run into Electabuzz. Electabuzz is a very rare encounter, and I would love to be lucky enough to get one for myself during a Nuzlocke. But I do wonder though, what sort of amazing move pool will these electric Pokemon have?
Now, Jolteon has a plethora of moves to choose from. Wow, look at this. Scrolling through the Bulbapedia page of all the different moves that Jolteon really doesn't get anything. The important part is that you have Thunderbolt and Thunder Wave. That's really all you need. The rest of your team should cover everything else. Thunderbolt is a great main stab attack. T-Wave can give you some speed control and also, capturing counters a little bit easier. That's pretty good. For Zapdos, you have a good Flying Stab and Drill Peck together with Thunderbolt. Pretty much the electric type move plus Thunder Wave is all you're going to need.
Gee, I wonder what our normal Pokemon's gonna be. It's not like Mystic hasn't talked about this thing a million times already in the past month. Those Family Guy jokes he makes, psh, what a chump. Yeah, I know, that guy sucks. You guys should totally just go unsub from him and go sub to MysticSage. He's better. Anywho, yeah, we're picking Snorlax. Fat, high HP, high attack, useful mon. That's legit all you need to know about Snorlax. It is also a static encounter that can be found twice. So realistically, if you wanted to run two, or you accidentally killed one, you have an extra one. One can be found next to the entrance of Cycling Road, and the other can be found south of Lavender Town.
Now, Snorlax's move pool is pretty crazy. It's a normal type after all. Its special attack isn't that great, but the physical coverage it gets is still pretty good. Body Slam is going to be your main stab attack. It's pretty great and has a para chance too, which is awesome for a slow Pokemon like Snorlax. You probably want to save return for Gyarados, depending on what you're doing. Strength is also good if you need the HM on it anyway. Shadow Ball gives you great coverage. Hits Sabrina. Remember that Shadow Ball is physical in Generation 3. Ghost is a physical type. And then whatever other coverage you need on Snorlax, it doesn't really matter. It's Snorlax. It's going to perform greatly.
Now, here's a Pokemon I never thought to use on a best team because of trait evolution. However, PC changed my opinion this time around. We decided to go with Kadabra as our primary option. Kadabra, despite being a non-fully evolved Pokemon, it still comes with 120 special attack and 105 speed. I forget just how good Kadabra is sometimes. What's also really special about Kadabra is that you can get a guaranteed Abra in the Celadon Game Corner. You do, however, have an early chance of getting one over on Route 24. Just be prepared though, because it could teleport away. If you throw a ball and happen to catch it, then hey, good for you. For an alternative option, if Abra or Kadabra don't work out, we decided on Hypno. It isn't anywhere nearly as good as Kadabra, but it does the job, I guess. Drowsy can be found pretty commonly over on Route 11 next to Vermilion City. Or you can get a level 30 Hypno in the Berry Forest, which is also a guaranteed static encounter. Bottom line, Psychic Pokemon hit pretty hard in Kanto, and are probably going to be your team's MVP. I know in my usual best teams, I usually say Jinx, and I still stand by that fact. It's just, I wanted to try something different this time around, and you aren't guaranteed to get it. If you can get a Poliwhirl though, and get Jinx traded over to you from the NPC in Cerulean City, then more power to you.
Now for Kadabra or Hypno. Psychic is going to be your best move. It's 90 base power. Kadabra gets it at level 36, which is really early. Your early options are going to be Confusion as Abra, and then Psybeam later on at level 16 and 21 respectively. There's not that much coverage to get because Elemental Punches aren't available outside of Egg moves. You do get Shockwave, you can get Thief, Calm Mind is kind of nice. Shockwave would be obtained from Lieutenant Surge. You can get Thief and Mount Moon. Calm Mind is after Sabrina. The special attack and special defense boost can help you out quite a lot. Hypno is pretty similar to Kadabra in terms of move pool. But really with these psychic types, you don't need that much coverage. You're just one-shotting fighting types and poison types left and right. That's going to be their goal, and for everything else, you have plenty of other coverage too.
Well, that wraps up this best team to Nuzlocke Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen. What'd you guys think? Would you guys like more? Let me know down below. Also, huge shout out and thank you to Pokemon Challenges for giving me a hand in creating this team and sharing your Nuzlocke knowledge. Really appreciate you being here.
Alright guys, thanks for checking out the video. I am bad at these outros, but hey, here's a link to my channel. You should go check it out. I do really hard Nuzlocks on my channel. Go watch it. Thanks for Mystic Umbreon for the collab. I appreciate it. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
So with that said, thank you to everyone for watching the video. Huge thanks to my phenomenal team and the amazing art done each week by Danny the Demon. I couldn't do all this without them. If you all enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Be sure to leave a comment too, as it really helps us out. I also do other content on my Twitch, where I stream Genshin Impact, Mystic Zora, where I do Pokemon Let's Plays and other gaming content, and of course MysticSage, where I do all anime content. Right now, I'm focusing on Inuyasha and Yashahime, so if you're interested in that, be sure to check it out. If you'd like to support me even further than that, check out my Patreon. Whether it's a $1 tip to get early thumbnail access, or the $10 tier to get cool perler bead charms and a shoutout. There's tons of reasons to join today. These lovely people did, and I thank them all so much for their support. It really means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon, and I will see you all next time with some more amazing Pokemon content.